So, good evening, everybody. How are you all? Please excuse the camera again. I still haven't set the computer up. So, today we're going to do issue 59. You know me, I say when things look simple, they often aren't. So, I'm not really going to make too much comment on it. But what I'll do is I'll introduce my co-host for tonight. First of all, as always, we have Horlicks.
Good evening, everyone. How is everyone this week?
Have you had a good week, Horlicks?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Join the club because I've had an awful weekend. So I will let me just introduce the next guest. So we have had him on the show before. Wonderful guest. And I'm really happy that we've got him again. We've got Chris Davies. How are you?
Good, you?
And you are showing off the fact that you are a Swansea City fan. Because I suppose someone's got to, haven't they?
Exactly.
So how are you? Are we going to get to see the dog later on?
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, well, we'll look forward to that. So how's your week been, Chris?
Yeah, good. I just got things to do tomorrow as well.
Yeah, because you've recently moved house, haven't you? And things are starting to come together, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
I got one question before we start the build. I can't view myself on my side.
Say that again.
You know me. I can't view myself on my side.
Okay.
That's fine, I think.
Yeah, because I can't hear myself, but I can hear you two.
Oh yeah, no.
I've got to be honest with you. I like it that way. If I had to hear, it's bad enough you guys having to hear me.
Yeah.
So, do you want to just quickly do the comments, Horlicks?
Yeah, can do. Okay, so we've got Love Minis. Hello, first in. Roger Kendall. Hi. He's looking forward to tonight's build. Ian Benson's there. Not much to build tonight, but we'll be with you. Fleetwood J. Hiya. Mark Knight. Good evening. Dave Milne. Hello. We've got James Tubrady. I'm here on time. Well, hey. Dave Say, of course. Hello.
Hello, Dave.
And Peter Whitlock. Good evening. Steve Lee. Hello, everyone. Hope you had a great week. Ready for another weekly on the big red bus. Chris Camplin. Hello. And I think that is... Oh, Chris Camp. They've already got bets on that you're going to be 5 minutes late. Charming.
See, I shocked you all. I thought I was going to be late. So I pre-warned you that I might be late. I actually had a 20 to 8 finish. So I literally came home as quick as I could. And I had a phone call just before I finished work. So I thought, well, I'll ring him on the way home. And that way he won't bother me during the show. So can't tell you too much, but it turns out I've just got a commission for a 3D print and build. So naturally, when he gave me a price, I said, yeah, but there is a condition that I've got to YouTube it. He went, yeah, that'll be fine. So if you're a Star Wars fan, that's all I'm going to tell you.
So I suppose, Chris, if you were having a bet, I suppose you need to owe Penny some money. So we'll look forward to spending that.
Oh, always. Yeah. Yeah, we love spending money. There's plenty to spend money on.
Yeah.
Especially as I've just spent 400 quid on a part work. Can you believe that? If anyone's watched my latest Terminator video, you'll know I've cancelled it. I don't need to go into the reasons why, because I said all that on the video. But it left me in a position where I thought, oh, what have I gone and done? I've got no part works to build. So I went on to eBay and I found a new part work. But it's I've bought the complete part work in one go. And I thought it was going to arrive today, but it's supposed to arrive by Saturday. So new part work for Friday, all lined up. But I will not tell you what it is just yet.
I don't even know what it is, do I?
No, that's because I won't tell anyone.
Oh, that's charming. You always just tell me everything.
All right, should I give you a clue? Right, okay. No, I can't think of any clues. Okay, right. It's a train. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I do know.
Oh, did I tell you Horlicks? Did I?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, so I did tell you after all, did I?
I've had a very stressful week.
Oh. Sorry, I'm getting this cigarette in before the bill. Right, okay, look. I've got a bit of a problem, guys. I have been very ill all week. Saturday I was, oh my God, I was violently ill. Turns out there's a bug going around, sickness and diarrhea. And each one is awful on its own, but when you get the two together, so I didn't eat for about 24 hours, and my insides felt like I'd been beaten up from the inside, and I'm just slowly starting to recover. And then on top of that, I've got a 5:55 start tomorrow. So I'm going to pre-warn you, for the first time ever, I am going to finish the stream at 10 o'clock tonight. I'm pretty confident we can. Even if we haven't finished, I hope you guys don't mind. Give us a good 2 hours, but I just really need to just keep my rest up, and what I'm doing is kind of eating little and often as well. I'm living off Ovaltine at the moment. Ovaltine and Horlicks. I have to hide that mug, don't I? But yeah, Dave Milne, you're not right there. It's actually a very old partwork, which finished a long time ago, which is basically some guy, he'd obviously bought it with the intention of building it and didn't build any issues at all. And I'm getting all 125 issues, 4 binders, all of the free gifts that came with it. And that's all I'm telling you. Right. So, spring is trying to come in with a bucket full of rain today. So it's been absolutely soaking. So, sorry. So getting back on track, Horlicks, shall we start the build?
Yeah, let me just quickly just say hello to everyone else. We've got Paul C70, hello. Terry Slater, hello. Adrian Laney, hello.
Hello, Adrian. How's your holiday, Adrian?
Steve Heiston, hello. Gordon Brooker, hello. Kind of bus spotters. Hi, Penny. I rode on 403 with Colin.
Good old Colin.
Steve Lee, are you okay? Holly, it's a week was not good. Tell us which you are. Oh, it's nothing major. But long story short, I'm on very limited income. I'm on minimum wage, and it's not fair. I'm trying to fight it, but obviously I rely on my car a lot, and it's been really reliable for 5 years. But last Tuesday it broke down and the dual carriageway. And it's one of those faults that I've just been really worried about, because it was either something to do with some wiring or an injector, and on that car an injector is £500. So I've just been worrying all week about how I'm going to pay for the bill, and it's just been really stressful. But it does turn out it was just the wiring, and it was only 150 quid. But my mechanic, bless him, I've paid him half of it, and I need to give him the other half next week. He's really good like that.
So on the subject of donations then, for betting if I'm 5 minutes late, we know where to send the money.
Do you know what? It's all right. I mean, it's money I could have done without spending, but, it's just one of them things. But it's just, I rely on my car so much. I always worry about things like that because I can't afford to put things right. And I work half hour away, and there's no easy bus routes there. So luckily I managed to use Carl's car for a few days.
Well, you know what they say, buy your kids a car and they'll never have money for drugs.
Yeah. So yeah, that was all. So I've just been a bit worried all week, like just dreading what it could be. But it's fine. It's all sorted now, and it is back on the roads, and I've driven it to work today and yesterday, and it seems all good.
Good. Losing your car involuntary, isn't it?
Stuart Sullivan, hello. And I think that's it. Love Minis. Horlicks had to spend more than that on my truck last night. Oh God. It's yeah. I mean, when you think about it, it's not a lot. I was just dreading it was going to cost me 500 plus. That was all. But I was so relieved when he said, "Oh, good news! It was just the wiring." Because of my engine, I've got a Golf, and it's a PD diesel. Anyone who knows about engines, it's a TDI, but it's the PD version. So all the injectors are mechanical, and they run off the rockers inside the rocker cover. And there's a wiring loom that runs underneath the rocker cover, which obviously gets saturated in oil. And it's designed well, but it's done 202,000 miles, the car, and I've never changed it. But I think the oil over time breaks down the wiring. I can't get my head around it because the wiring was intact, but obviously it was causing a problem with the stuff, the electric getting through, to the injector. So that's all it was. So I'm good now anyway. I'm so relieved it's all running again.
So I apologise for the clattering. To try and sort of save a bit of time, I've been getting some equipment ready that I think we'll need in the build.
Well, yeah, if you just wanted me to shut up, you should have just said.
Sorry?
If you wanted me to be quiet, you should have said.
No. I enjoy listening to you, Horlicks, but I wanted to try and get everything ready so we can just go straight into it. So I've got a few things I wanna talk about. And some exciting, I just remember some really exciting stuff. I will just also apologize to Chris. As you probably know, this is the part of the show where we seemingly ignore the guest altogether. We don't mean to. It's just obviously once we do the build, then the guest becomes really big part of the show.
Cool. Okay, so I thought you'd vape Horlicks, Dave. Man. Oh, I do, but I do a bit of both. And
you do a bit of naughty, don't you?
Now and again.
So everybody, don't tell anyone that Horlicks smokes real cigarettes.
No, I know. No, everyone knows. But I've really smoked more this week. Okay, so are you all set up?
I'm all set up, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm ready to go.
But carry on.
Oh, we need to. I've got some. I'll bring it up after the build. I've got something else to mention, unless you've already thought of it.
Okay, I look forward to that. In case I haven't.
The message I sent you regarding the email.
Oh yes, big stuff, big. So we are so professional now. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, brilliant.
We'll explain that later, but I'm thinking that would be good for various things, including giveaways and things like that. But
including giveaways, yeah.
We can go on to do that later. Cool. Right. Well, I am ready to go.
Okie dokie. So, what do we got, Mr. Horlicks?
Okay. Staircase structure and circuit board. So a railing, handrail and circuit board are fitted to the staircase structure. Oh, circuit board, which comes complete with route information for the number 11 bus.
And all I can tell you is that the pictures that you're seeing there do not do it any justice whatsoever. In fact, I don't think my webcam will.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm like that when I started the build. I was watching those. I knew it was, it looked really good, but until you actually get it in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, I can show you as much as I can, but honestly, until you've got it in front of you, I mean, I look back at my videos sometimes and I just think that doesn't look as good as it did in real life. So what have we got for piece A, which is probably the least interesting piece of the lot?
Well, it's the staircase wall.
Okay, and the staircase wall is a piece of maroony plastic with some holes in it. Interesting shape. At this point, that's all I can really tell you about it. Plastic.
Okay. B is a handrail.
Okay. So as it's the standard that we're expecting, it's plastic, but it's got this beautiful cover. There was a little bit of flash on mine, but I think that's all underneath, so it won't show. And locating pegs and screw holes, and that's plastic.
Brilliant. C is railing. A railing.
A railing. So pretty much the same as the last piece. Plastic with oh, that's got a keyhole on it and a round bit, so you're not going to be able to get that the wrong way round. Nice, better finish than the last piece, actually, I would say.
Okay. D is a staircase structure.
Okay, now make sure you're all sitting down for this because this is amazing. So obviously it's plastic mainly. It's got this beautiful fair chart on it, which I can't seem to get into focus. That is absolutely amazing. And one of the things that I did get ready was some new glasses I bought the other day. Are these? So I might give it a go trying to read it. So yeah,
Oh
my Adrian Mole glasses. We've got some information there. Light luggage or parcels may be left under the staircase by permission of the conductor, but at owner's risk. There's a little metal plate here that says Park Royal Vehicles. Now be careful, I think that's stuck on with double-sided sticky tape, so mine's a little bit loose. So don't play with it too much. It'll stay on if you don't fiddle with it. And then in the corner there, I don't know if you can see it, it says emergency switch illuminated advertisement. Doesn't quite make sense to me there, and I'm guessing this is the staircase there. So that's a masterpiece on its own. But that fair chart is beautiful. I love it. So we'll have a go at reading that later on. So that should leave us with...
Hi, Steve. Yeah, we got E, which is a circuit board.
Oh, yeah, the circuit board. Now, this circuit board, again, it's amazing. It's got so many different sockets. So we're getting an idea of all the different functions. But that's going to be fun to wire that one up, isn't it? Can I see resistors there? And some microchips. Microcontrollers. But yeah, that's it. Let's get it out of the box. There we go. So there's a lot going on there, isn't there? So yeah, that's pretty amazing. I'm really liking the look of the parts this week.
Okay. And then you should have 3 lots of screws.
Yep.
DP, there should be 3 black and
3 black.
4 silver.
Oh. Sorry. Right, 3 black screws and 4 silver. So I'll chuck those in the I'll open these when I use them because they're different. Then I'll chuck the spares into the pot. Okay. And then the last one should be
5 NP screws.
Okay, and these are black. These are the little top hat screws. I think we used them last week or the week before, but that's the spare one from a previous issue. So,
oh yeah, flange, Chris's favourite word.
Flange screw, yeah. I prefer top hat because it sounds a little bit less dirty. Yeah, Steve Hyson is saying value for money. It's funny actually. I went through a bit on my R2D2 video. There's probably about £1 worth of parts here. In all fairness, it's just that they look magnificent. But at the end of the day, if you think they're good value for money, they are. And I think we're getting a lot. We're getting complex stuff, and we're getting something that looks pretty. So we're really going to make an impact on the bus this week. So, right. So what do we got to do first then?
Okay, so let me try and zoom in. Okay, so fit the ends of the railing 59C into the sockets in the staircase structure 59D. Fix in place from the back of the structure using 2 black DP screws. See in the set.
Okay, and I was just trying to get my screws out ready. There we go. Right, they're out. So what we have got then is, so we have, this is 59D into staircase structure. And this is the railing that we're dealing with. And that railing is going to go upwards like this. Now, because of the, you can see there's a little keyhole there and a round one there. So it's not going to go in. It'll go in this side, but it won't go in that side upside down. So it needs to go in that way, like so. So obviously we've now got to try and put those black screws in. Be careful, there's quite a lot of holes going on. So we've got 4 holes there, but we're going to be after these 2 holes there, one there and one there. So I'll get the first. And you know me, when I start screwing screws in, all the cliches come out, don't they? Like, you know what, I might have to do this all over again. Like, we're just going to pop the first one in just enough to grab. It's just, I find it really awkward holding it all in place until you get that first screw in. And I'm going to screw the round hole in first. Oops. Make sure it goes in straight, guys. Otherwise, you'll have a wonky screw. And we don't want a wonky screw, do we?
No, we don't want that.
Okay. There we go. And again, this is quite difficult because the pressure of putting the screw in is trying to push the rail out. The more you let the rail come out, the harder it is to screw. I'm actually going to change my head to a bigger one, I think. What I really need to do is, on these boxes, don't just write the screw, but write down which screw head you used when you did them last. There you go. That's a lot better. So I've actually used a J0 head on this. It's a little bit wider. Doesn't go in quite so deep. We notice we've used a lot of plastic screws. We've not used anything metal for a long time, have we? In fact, I think the majority of the build has been plastic for the last few weeks, isn't it? And no one's complained. There we go. That's that handle in. I could probably screw those screws in tighter, but that's not moving, so I don't see any point. Okay. So that with the light off. I think I'll do this with the light off tonight. I think that seems to be working quite well. So that's stage 1 done. Is everybody happy with that?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. Are you happy with that, Chris?
Yeah, good.
Brilliant. So stage 2.
Okay, so fit the circuit board 59E into the recess excuse me, beneath the storage area of the staircase structure 59D. Note, there are 4 holes in the circuit board that fit over the race sockets on part 59E, fixed in place with 4 NP screws. Okay,
so those 4 holes that you just mentioned there, they are actually the holes that I said to be careful of. You wanted these 2 on the railings. There's actually these 4 that we want. Now, I'm looking at the mag, and it looks like this is the correct orientation. If you look at this, you've got a little raised bit here, and you've got well, yeah, I can't think how to describe this, but if you look at the raised bit there, so if you did that, this in the middle of the circuit board, it looks pretty much the same, but you've got 2 banks of 3 down here and a 2 and a 2 there, and it looks like those 6 wants to go closest to this. Can I just ask you just to expand that? Are you able to? Sorry, I've given you a PDF to, yeah, that's it. Right, so if you can just put just the circuit board on, can you see that on the right hand side it actually looks like you've got 3, but there's 2, 2, and 2 there,
Yeah,
and then you've got the 4 is on the left hand side. So that's the orientation I'm going to use. Okay, so these holes look quite big, so I suspect that they're going to go over these holes, which is why we've got, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So these are actually going to fit inside the circuit board. So you see that it's flush, so it's not now going to go anywhere, which explains why we've been given top hat screws, because then that's going to hold it down in place. So we'll just pop the one in. I don't like holding circuit boards too much. I believe that sweat and stuff from your fingers can affect it. So I might be wrong. Okay, so that one's in just enough to hold it. And again, I'm still using the JO head. It seems to be doing the job okay. But obviously, if you feel you want to use a different screwdriver, that's up to you. Just go with the one you feel comfortable with. Okay, and that's popped out a bit. I'm actually going to I'm going to put this one a little bit more than just enough to grab, because I just want it to hold that circuit board in so it doesn't jump out. In fact, I'm going to put this second one in as well, but I'm not going to go fully tight in case something happens and I need to remove it. But once we get to the fourth one, that can go all the way tight. Let's go this one, because that's going to be... No, let's go this one. I always go with the easiest one that's left. Okay. Ooh. Click, click, click. That's not good, is it?
Mark's just said that he remembers the isolator switch being below the stairwell, right at the bottom, hidden in one of the box sections.
You know, I'm just changing my head again on the screwdriver. I don't know if... Oh, that's... No, I don't like that. My Aurea seems to be playing up. Yeah, let's try... I doubt this will work, but let's try the J1. It's a really big screwdriver head. Oh, do you know what? J1. It's a big head, but it kind of grips all of the cross head in the screwdriver head, in screw head. Sorry, my terminology is really off today. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, really big screwdriver head is the one. So that fourth one is in as tight as it'll go. Basically, once it goes tight, I've stopped. We can always tighten up, but I don't, because we're screwing into plastic, we don't want to crack that plastic. So
Your Chris has started. Big head, that's what she said.
yeah, do you know what? I didn't even think of that one as an innuendo. How's Cheryl and the Unicorn, by the way, Chris? I did watch. I felt quite bad because I watched Chris Campling's show on Monday, but I really had to get some filming done. I didn't do any filming over the weekend, so I kind of had him on really low, and I just wasn't taking part in the show. Right, that's in there solid, so I'm really happy with that, and that's obviously not going to be seen from the display side, but there's the little brain there. So. So what's next? And Mr. Horlicks.
Okay. So step 3. Position the handrail 59B on the staircase wall 59A, making sure that the pegs on the handrail are located in the sockets in the wall, as indicated by the dotted lights. Fix in place with 3 silver DP screws.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So this rail is, yeah. I was looking at the holes and it's trying to make sense of it. This one you've got, well, I said you've got one hole because you've got a locating peg and you've got a screw hole. This one you've got one locate. Sorry, I've got hiccups now. Right, you've got a locating peg and 2 screw holes. So that's going to go in. The locating peg is going to go in there. The bigger, you've got slightly bigger holes. And the locating peg goes into those bigger holes. So it's actually going to hang off the side, which makes sense, actually. Well, it does to me. And this locating peg is either ill-fitting or it's the, I don't know. There we go. It's just, you got to give it a bit of a wiggle. So at least we've got a dry fit in, haven't we? So what I would do here, and we are definitely screwing in with the silver screws from the outside. Okay. I've just put that one in just enough just to grab. Then I'm going to do one of the bottom. I'm going to call it the bottom one for now, the single one. Yeah, that's going in really nice. And then the third screw, and that one can go all the way until it starts to tighten up. And we'll go back to the first one. That's gone tight. And then the second one.
Pole's started now. When it gets tight, stop screwing, otherwise you'll damage your slot.
Yeah. Well, right, so that's solid, and yeah, that's done. I'm happy with that. How's that going to go? Is it that way? That'll be that way, won't it? So that looks nice. Those screws aren't too obtrusive. They go in really well. I'm happy with that. So what's next?
That is it, unfortunately.
That's it, is it?
Yeah, that's the finished view.
So what we've actually done then is we've made 2 pieces ready for a future week.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So guys, what did you think of that? And Chris, what did you think of that?
That's amazing, isn't it? Don't know.
That really is nice, isn't it? I do like the circuit board now. I mean, that's the brains. So, but yeah, I mean, that's a nice little attractive piece there. I'll see if I can get a better focus on it. I'll play with my camera software. It was quick, which actually can work to our advantage because we might be able to talk about other stuff. But it also means, where's my glasses gone? Oh no, here they are. So what I could do is, right, let's play with this focus. I want to try and get a close look on this fair chart. Yeah, you're not good. You can see the focus. It's in focus, but you can't really read it.
No.
But it does look nice, doesn't it?
There's a lot of detail.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll have a bit of fun, and I'll just change my glasses, and I'll see if I can read it. Oh, got my hair in the way. Do I look like mad scientist now?
Yeah.
Right. No, I still can't read it even with a magnifying glass. I can see some numbers. Ah, right. The biggest fair is 3 and 9. And that'll be from the start to the finish. So what's 3 and 9 in modern money? Is that a lot of money? 3 shillings 9pence?
God, I've got no idea.
I'm
Probably
just trying to
about
keep an eye
43
on the chat. be careful now and stuff. Yeah, right. Yeah, Dave was saying you're going to be careful. We've not had many parts that we've got to put to one side. I think we've been fairly spoilt that way. I'm noticing the Terminator build. People seem to be getting lots and lots of different parts. This one we've been, like I say, we've just had the. Let's get it out. We've got the stairwell and the bonnet, and that's it. And it looks like we won't have the stairwell loose soon because this is now all gonna. Oh, that's getting dusty. I might just switch my camera back. I assume you guys don't mind me having a little play with this. I know we like speculation, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. We haven't done it for a while, actually.
Right, I'll have to change that focus back. So, right, so there's the stair. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of speculation to realise that this is going to go onto there like that. It took me all of about 5 seconds to figure that one out. I'm going to assume that this is going to go. Oh, there we go. That's going to go there like that, isn't it? So this must go. Oh. There you go. That's going to go in like that. Oh, that's, if that is going to, I think that's going to go on like that. But it's actually quite a tight fit. Oh, there we go. It's gone in quite easily now. So it looks like this is going to be our stairwell. Do you want a different angle, guys? Which would now explain why we didn't attach this to the metal bit, because we're going to have to get at it from underneath. Oh, that's nice. I like that. So let's see if I can just change that angle. So as you walk in, you get a copy of the fare chart if you want it. You can put your handbags there, but left at your own risk. And then you've got the brains is here, which is obviously going to be covered up by the side panels. No, hang on. Yeah, there's a circuit board. So this is obviously going to be some kind of access panel for the batteries. So there'll obviously be a panel come off the side, so you can change the batteries. I wonder if we can fiddle about with this and perhaps that's got stuck. I wonder if we can hook this up so that we could have a 4.5 volt supply and then maybe run the wire through there out the bottom of the bus, and we can have it hooked up to a USB or something. You think that would be a feasible option? So Mark Knight is saying, such a shame that the modelers need to make that stupid brown plastic. Yeah, it is a shame, but I think it also keeps it cost effective. You know, we kind of touched on this. Was it last week with Dave? He came out with a sentence that in my opinion ends all discussion on it, which is it's kind of a halfway. It's easy enough for beginners to make, but it also is enough platform there for more experienced modelers to take it further. Yeah, I know, Chris, we could just put batteries in, but you know me, I've always got to look at making it a little bit better.
Yeah.
So, Chris, do you want to say anything?
I'm just, you know, the back platform thing.
Sorry, the back.
You know the platform.
Yeah.
Wonder how that's going to connect to the back end, because it's got 4 screws.
Right. This actually, I think.
That's what.
You're going to make me take my bus down now, aren't you? There are 4 holes on the chassis.
Oh, there is.
I did have a look, and it will kind of. Where are we? It will kind of hook in like that, and then you screw it from underneath.
That's just,
and then I suspect that it'll probably be a little bit loose at first, but as we then build in the side bits, that will then add support to it. And then obviously we'll have a bit come across.
Yeah, because the back.
And then that'll then become rigid.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So what do you think, Horlicks? Anything to add to that?
Absolutely marvelous.
Marvelous.
No, yeah, it looks really good. Lots of detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really satisfying issue when we come to actually fit that to the rear deck. Like obviously my recent issue 42, it was so satisfying. I mean, it was a lot of work and it was actually quite frustrating at times, but getting it all together, all as one unit now, it just feels amazing.
Take a shape.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, Chris.
Yeah, take a shape now, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I was about to say, looking at it from a selfish point of view, I like the challenging issues. But looking at it from a group point of view, we've had a couple of challenging issues. And I think maybe now it's time to just have something a little bit simpler to build, but produces a result. And I think that fits the bill perfectly. Very simple to build, but look what we get for the effort. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah.
I mean, you know me, if I had my way, I would have every single issue would be really challenging, but the sales would reduce by about 90%. You've got to think of everybody. Right. Neil Newman, he says, hi, great. When will we check all the wiring downstairs works before fitting down? I don't know, but I've been checking as I go, and I've got something somewhere. These are my 3-wire versions, but I've got some 2-wire versions of plugs that fit Hachette plugs. And I'm actually going to be making some tester boxes. So I'll have, and that what they'll do, they'll be modular. So you'll have like the battery, then you'll have another wire that'll have a resistor on, another one that's got an LED, another one with an LED that passes through, so that you'll use the LED as a multimeter. And then what we can do is we can pass currents through various wires and just make sure everything works. As it stands, I am 99.9% confident that everything will work on my Routemasters because we've checked absolutely everything, haven't we, Horlicks?
Yeah.
So there's always that 0.1%, you know, maybe I've knocked it as I put it on the shelf or something, but you know, being as careful as you can and checking it, I'm confident. Actually,
I've been naughty because throughout my build, I haven't actually checked any of my LEDs yet.
Dave Mill has just raised a really good point, and I forgot to bring this up. Is the circuit board labeled? My first answer was I would imagine so, but let's have a look. I'm trying to compete with you guys for the light here and the view. But you've got this one is labeled N. This is P H C O A K F E M G J D B and L, and some of those letters I recognize from the wires. You know, where we've got things like C. Where's the C?
Bottom left.
Oh, C is there. So the C will connect there. So yeah, so they are all nice. I mean, you would have thought, because we've got labels on the wires, so you know, you need to know. Most part works, they do have them labeled, don't they? So I think it'll be an absolute cinch to hook them up, because I think what will happen is, well, haven't we been threading the wires so that they come out through the back? And now we seems. So I love Minnie's saying, seems like yesterday when I built the stairs. Yeah, I think it was actually 57 weeks ago or maybe 56 weeks ago. Did we build that issue 3?
Issue 3 and
Issue
4.
2? Sorry,
Yeah.
Chris, what issue?
3 and 4.
3 and 4. Right. So it was, yeah, it was a good over a year ago we built them.
I know it myself.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's good. So Horlicks, you have some big news for us.
All right.
Yeah. Something to raise in case I forgot.
Oh, yeah. I forgot again.
Oh.
Right, so feel free to chirp in, Penny, but I've made a new email address, which is, oh God, I can't even remember. Routemasters Show, all one word, routemasters@gmail.com. And there was sort of 2 reasons for making this. First of all, obviously, every Gmail account has got a drive associated with it. So because we've got a lot of files that me and Penny share off stream and magazine things and scans, I thought we were originally using my drive, but as the weeks go on, it's filling up and filling up. You only get like so much for free. So one reason was obviously so I can transfer everything over to this because it's a dedicated Routemaster sort of account. But also, if anyone's got anything that they might like us to raise in an issue or on the following week, or contact us in any way, and you find it easier to email, just ping us an email at Routemaster Show. I'm going to paste the email address on the chat now. So yeah, you can feel free to email us on there with anything you want to bring up, discuss, any concerns, any chat. Just that is how to contact us. And also, if we do a like a giveaway or a competition perhaps later on, or in the coming weeks, this would be another good platform for that. So any answers or anything like that, you can fire us an email at the routemastershow@gmail.com.
Excellent stuff. So are you able just to keep chatting for another couple of minutes?
Okay. Sorry, yeah.
There's a website I want you to pull up. And
okay.
I just got to
So yeah, no. So yeah, I just thought that would be, easier, instead of like maybe trying to contact Penny or myself, or we can just localize it and just have the one email address. So fairly easy to remember. So yeah, it should be quite good. But also, if you want to share any pictures with us that maybe you want us to pull up on the stream, it's sort of anything really. Just send an email and we can look at it. Between me and Penny, we'll look at them throughout the week. And
brilliant. Right, so you kind of touched on mods there. Now I'm going to raise something. I'm going to do a little disclaimer. In the interest of everyone that builds this, I feel it's very fair to have options. This is something that I'm afraid I'm probably not going to be able to talk positively about, but it is an option. And we have got a modification for the Routemaster. It's by Model Mods. Like I say, I'm showing you this because in the interest of, and I can't find it. Help. There we are. Right. So there's been a mod has been released. No, I can't find it. Sorry, guys. I'm really unprofessional here. That link doesn't work.
it's down the bottom there.
Where?
Bit more there. Is that it? Up a bit. Up a tad.
DeLorean. Oh, there we go. Got it. Right. Oh, this is a must-have, apparently. Oh, is it because I haven't clicked on cookies? There we are. Right. So this mod has come out. Oh, it's actually gone down in price. So what we have got here is another great set of paper props, an amazing, I can't read that, Shane McCormick, to make your Routemaster bus stand out from the rest. High quality paper props with no details spared. I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest here. You've got 17 posters, which you describe at Horlicks. Please take over.
What do you mean? Like,
right, we've got 17 posters, different sizes.
Yeah.
Which we know where the posters came from. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say it.
Well, no,
Right.
just say it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't agree. I mean, look, I'm being fair. I really shouldn't have put this on. I don't think. I'm sorry.
So basically,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those posters.
Professional head on. Right. In my opinion, I mean, I don't like this, but it's an option. You've got 17 posters. You've got two 1965 newspapers. Fine. That's lovely. That will add a lot of depth to it. You've got a Haynes Routemaster manual, which probably didn't even exist back in the 60s and 70s.
Don't think it did, no.
No. British travel map, okay, fine. And 20 used tickets, which come from the same place as the posters. However, it's an option. There is another mod as well, which I have forgotten the website address for. Yeah. Kingsway Models. Right. So this is another mod that's come out. And this is a company called Kingsway Models. Now, I have done a short video on these on my YouTube channel. What we're actually looking for, I think, is it Fighter Suite, but he hasn't commented. I don't know if he's watching at the moment. He came across these. He contacted Kingsway. These are for the 1/24 Revel model. And he says, oh, is there any chance you, these ones here, these posters, he says, can you upscale them to the 1/12 scale? And there they are. And I believe they cost £5, and there they are in action.
Yeah.
You get 32 posters. Yeah. So, Fire Sweep, how are you? There he is.
I'm definitely going to be placing an order for them myself. They look really good.
For £5, I really don't think you can go wrong.
No, no, they look really good. So
I think they look fantastic. So let me.
So I suppose a big thank you to Fire Sweep for going, putting the effort in to email them. That's really good.
Well, I've got a double thank you because he very kindly sent me a pack, and here are the packs. I've got 2 of them actually. So now I was going to be doing a giveaway. I thought I will buy a pack of these, and I was thinking of buying a pack, split them in 2, and give because this is correct me if I'm wrong, Fighter Sweep. This is 1/4 of the pack that I'm holding in my hands here, and this is another 1/4, so I could give that away. But for £5 a pack, by the time I received them, split them in 2, stuck in an envelope, and put the postage on, I might as well have just bought 2 packs and asked the guy to dispatch them to wherever. So I'm gonna be running a competition starting next week. Right, let me just do that then. Sorry, someone's just asked me for the web address, and it's I'll say it as I type it. It's kingswaymodels.com. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm typing on the wrong keyboard. Sorry.
Penny's got a habit of doing that. She's banging away on the keyboard, and it's the wrong one, and then she ends up deleting files, don't you, Penny?
Yes. Right. So What I would like to do next then is, shall we put some posters on my bus and we'll see what they look like.
Yeah.
So Adrian's done it as well. So there you go. Oh, so each pack is folded in half, 16 each side, 32 in total. So let's open them up. We'll see exactly what you get. I think we actually want about 20. Do we want 10 for the top deck and 10 for the bottom? So having half a pack should be... no, you want a pack each and you'll end up with a load left over. Fire Sweep, your packaging is so good. I'm struggling to open this. So this is what you get. So you basically got this sheet of stickers, and do you need to cut them out? Yeah, you need to cut them out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. So that's one pack, is it? 32. Yeah. So that's what you get for £5. This sheet. So, right. So, shall we put some onto my bus then?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll see if I can get a closer look first, because I tried to sort of do a good look on the video, but I could only get so much. So this is what you get, and they actually look better. So we've got, it is dangerous to get on and off a bus that is waiting at traffic lights or a pedestrian crossing. This one says, at this request stops sign, buses only stop if they are hailed or if the bell is rung once only. And then there's some really tiny writing. Please help the conductor by stating your destination and getting the exact fare. This one I like. Don't get caught up in the rushes. Stop between 10 and 4. You're probably right there, Mark. They probably do only cost 10p to print, but I don't begrudge him that much profit on these. This one I like, for London travel inquiries. Bus Green Line Underground. Please help to keep this bus tidy. Any question? This one I can't really read, but this is maps, leaflets, and books. And this one I'm struggling to read. But yeah, they're nice. So I reckon I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 on. 8 onto this one anyway. And we can add more as the bill goes on. I don't think I'll get one there, will I?
Might be a bit tight. Well, mind you. Yeah.
But I think we'll get some on here possibly once this is built up. So I am really liking these for a £5. I just think you cannot go wrong. So let's just move my roof. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, good. Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah. So use a steel ruler, obviously. What I'm also doing, I've not had a reply, but I've contacted a sticker company. And what I'm looking at doing is, if I can print my own stickers off, I can get the posters and things done as a sticker, so I can make those available for sale. And what I'm quite happy to do is credit anybody who designs I use. More than happy to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm cutting these too small.
You're a bit blurry, Penny.
Sorry, I've forgot to put the focus back, didn't I? I'm cutting them. I don't know if I'm cutting them too small.
Mark, no. Sorry, I begrudge paying somebody £5, but it only cost me 10p to print, considering I print the cutting marks too. Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose, everyone's different.
Yeah.
You've got to remember that, he's going to the trouble of printing them, then he's posting them, which is free postage. So, that's going to cost a couple of quid. And then you've got the time. So personally, I think that's really good. And it certainly beats £30 odd.
Yeah, by all means, if you're able to print these off yourself, then do it. I'll always say anything. If you can do it yourself, do it. But not everyone is going to be able to. It might be more cost effective to buy these sheets of stickers in hundreds, so he's sharing a bit of discount there. But, that's fine. If you can get them done for 10p, then yeah, I'll be fair. You'll be a fool to buy these for £5. But I'm happy with them. Not happy with the way I've cut them though. My cutting is not fantastic. I've actually got them all different. Mind you, I don't think that's going to add a little bit of imperfection to it, isn't it? Because obviously people have stuck these on. I don't know if there's as much pride taken in their jobs back then, but I've seen modern posters stuck on, and one stuck on at one angle and one stuck on at a different angle, because they've been told you've got to stick so many on in your shift, and the only way they'll get them done is to rush. Avoid the rushes. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of taking my time here, but I like to try and get it right, or as best I can. So, but yeah, I'd say when this company gets back to me about these sticker sheets, I might be able to get a cost going for our own stickers, and then we can invite people to put designs in. I can always run them through Photoshop, and then what we can do, any profits that are made, we can reinvest that back in the show, and just give a little bit of something towards the people who have made them. Right. So, which one should we pop on first?
Ooh.
Right. Let's call them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll put the first one there.
Yeah.
Might be an idea to put some PVA glue on them to protect them. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, I've got plenty of posters here, so I can always pick them off and try something different. 8. So this one is going to go on there like so. So I'm going to assume that it's going to come off fairly easy. It is paperback. Sorry, guys, you can't see that, can you? There we go. Right. And the way I always apply stickers is I just fold back just a little bit, and then I will get my sticker on, position it how I want it. Once I'm happy with that, I will then push down the bit that's been exposed, like so. And then I will get my tweezers, hold down the bit that's been stuck down, just find that little tab, and then we can slowly pull the backing off. Now I noticed that, I don't know how it was done back in the day, but I noticed that everyone's been sticking theirs on to go around this little post, and I'm all right with that. There we go, and that's my, oops. And that's my first poster on. So would you agree that's an enhancement, or have I ruined it?
That's nice, that is.
No, yeah, I like that.
So obviously number 8 has gone. Which one shall we put
Number 1.
next door?
Maybe number 2.
Number 2. And what I'll do, so we've put number 2 there. Michael John Wicks has chirped in with 3. So where should we put? Should we put 3 there? Would you be all right with that, John?
Oh, because you've already got similar colour.
I'm going to trim that down a little bit. It's just a little bit too wide, I think.
I think we should have a blue one on that side because you've got very similar colours otherwise on the same side. Not that it matters, but
no, I don't know if they had that Llewellyn Jonesy person around at the time, or whoever he is from that. All right, let's put the brushes one. Oh, hang on. Yeah, because that's going to be seen from there. So red one there. So shall we have a white one there, like that?
yeah.
Looks brill. 3 next.
I would maybe put. Oh, I don't know.
I'm looking at also what's left over.
I was thinking maybe the orange one next to that red one.
Got the orange one there.
Yeah, because then you've got the red, blue, yellow, and the white on the other side, just to break the colours up a bit.
Yeah.
But it's your build, so you do what you want.
No, I'm all right. I mean, I'm just happy with them. A little enhancement, because now we've added more colour to it.
No number 8.
There again, Chris?
No, where number 8 is placed.
Yeah.
But number 1 opposite it, I think.
Okay. What? So this one will go there.
Opposite, yeah. What do you think?
That works for me. So I'll just fold that little bit back, and then we'll position it. It's going to have to come in a little bit because of the length. I'm happy with that. So that can be stuck down. So I'll hold that down. And then I'll just pull that backing paper off with my tweezers. We'll work that round a little ledge a bit. Oh!
So Michael John Wintz says he agrees with me. Blue one best. Steve says go with Horlicks. He seems very much a colourful person, like his shelves.
I don't know if you noticed, but I actually stuck that on upside down. So I didn't check it that well, did I? Right. So I'm going to have to work this one left-handed, which I'm not best happy with, but that's 2 on. Definitely an improvement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether you like these or not, I think that is an improvement. So what's the overall verdict then? Are we liking them?
They look cool, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Looks good. Definitely enhanced. Yeah.
Different, that.
Mark says, yeah, probably best to stick over the join. We'll stop people seeing the join as much.
Yes. Yeah. Right. I keep pulling the wrong side off. Never mind. I'll go with it. Oh, do you know what? That white actually works quite well because it's up against a cream background.
Contrast to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does work. But you've got to be careful because you've got all these loose wires everywhere. But I would suggest that this is probably the time to put these stickers on. There you go. That's not on quite as well, but I don't think you can notice that. And this is probably my favourite one. Don't get caught up in the rushes. Shop between 10 and 4. Well, it's a similar slogan to our Routemasters mug, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a much fatter one, but someone did say something about it being... Do you know what? Yes, my little logo, you know, the Paint with Penny logo. If we can get that on a sticker, that's got to go on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Be unique.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it loses like tons of authenticity then, but oh, I forgot to work it around the. These you do actually get they're strong enough if you put them, you stick them down, and then need to peel them up again. You can actually do that. Yeah, that's not awesome, but yeah, it's definitely a lot better, isn't it? It really looks nice now.
Different.
Yeah. Right, so let's work the order out on these then. So is there anybody that wouldn't even want to win any of these?
I wouldn't mind.
Right. I'm going for this as a first draft based on the opposite sides. What do you guys think? Possibly swap these two. Come on, Horlicks, you are the colour man.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that looks quite good. Yeah. Or do completely opposite. Put the blue right at the ends where on your left, far left, perhaps. Then the yellow. Then. Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe that text where the red is.
Yeah.
The white where the
way
red.
I'm going to position my build, you're not going to see these ones.
Oh, well, just stick them on anywhere then.
Yeah. I think if I've done it the way I think I have, because I'm actually going to be displaying it so that the stairs, the view into the stairs is going to be the near side view. I bet I get a phone call tomorrow. Oh, I really like those stickers you did, Penny. Where can I get them from?
Yeah.
He knows who I'm talking about. Right. I mean, I don't think they have to be exactly perfectly lined up because these would have been positioned by a human. So by having them just, don't have them wonky, but if they're just not, if they're not level on a microscopic level, it just proves that humans have put them up. I mean, you could actually duplicate the posters. But I also do like having the poster that says, please help please help the conductor near the back of the bus where the conductor would be. I really like these.
Really,
Okay.
So, and I say I've got all of these left over, which will be enough for the top deck. So you probably only want half a pack. So, Mr. Horlicks, as you have been so awesome as per usual, as I've got to send you something anyway, would you like me to send you that other pack? Would you accept that with mine and Fight Sweep's compliments? I'm sure he won't object.
absolutely. Yeah, I'd love it.
I mean, obviously, you're a few weeks away before you can put them on.
Yeah.
It gives you something to look forward to then, doesn't it? I've got
Yeah.
a hair. Right, so I know this is upside down, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, I really like that.
So this is going to you then. So this is what you get in a pack. This with those and that again. That is right, isn't it? No. This is no. That's one pack.
Yeah.
This is one pack. So I've actually got two packs here. Right.
Got four. We've actually got four because if you only need to use 8 top and bottom, that's one half of a sheet. So you've got the other half.
That's £5 worth there. That's £10.
Yeah. So then you've actually got enough there with 2 packs to do 4 buses, haven't you?
I'm not sure because I think we'll get some of these posters in other places. I think we might get some at the front there as well, but we don't know how much space we're going to have at the back on the top because we'll probably need 10 of these at least for the top. So we've definitely got enough there for one bus, haven't we?
Mm.
So Michael John Wick says that's fantastic. Don't forget the top deck. Sounds good. Yeah, Fight Sweep is happy. So yeah, those other ones are on the way. This is going in my Routemaster pile. We'll use those at another stage. So guys, I am going to give away 2 packs of these. I will be making a video, and what I'm thinking of doing, I'm just going to change my camera view so you can see me. There we go. Right, what I'm thinking of doing, a nice simple competition. How about, what's the issues we're getting in this pack? It's 60, 59, 60, 61, 62. Right, how about guessing how many parts there are in issue 63? How's that strike you?
Sounds good.
So if I release that next week and I keep it open for 1 week, so it will be released on issue 60, it will close on 61, and then we will announce the winners at 63, which absolutely no one has any idea about yet because the subscribers won't get them for another 3 weeks, 4 weeks, because we've only just got these packs this week, haven't we? Does that sound good? I'm gonna turn to my man of knowledge, Dave Say. Would you think that sounds good, Dave? I'm gonna put a little twist on it though. You have to guess how many parts there are without going over. So, for example, if there are 40 parts, someone's guessed 39 and someone else has guessed 41. The one who's guessed 41 is eliminated because they've gone over.
Different.
Well, you could, yeah. I don't think, Mark. No, I don't think you can Google how many parts there are. And
It's
what
like
I call
Price is right, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's like Penny's Price is Right.
Yeah. But like, so in this issue, could you do me a favor, Horlicks? Are you able to pull up the page 1 of this issue? James, I actually owe you a big apology, James. I was going to get your stuff in the post on Sunday, but I was honestly, I was really ill on Sunday. I spent the entire day in bed. I just I was so ill. Right. So in this issue, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 screws. So I consider that 17 parts. Even though 3 of those screws are spare, they're still parts. They're all usable parts. If we got a screwdriver, I would class that as a part. But obviously, I don't count things like packaging. And I don't count parts that we've had to use from previous weeks. Does that make sense?
Mm.
So if the magazine says, right, now get the part you made in issue 2, that doesn't count as a part. Mark Knight has said, love today's build, although seemed tricky. To be absolutely honest with you, it's the same thing I say every week. If you read the instructions and you take your time, you could get the DP screws muddled up. I put the bill back up on the shelf. Obviously, if you put the the silver screws where the black screws should be, then when you come to the rail, you've only got the black screws left, and it'll look wrong. So just read the instructions, and yeah, it's fine. This is my fantastic mod for you, Love Minis. She's warning me that we have 35 minutes left before goodbyes and bed, sick friend. Love Minis has been absolutely amazing to me over the last. We've known each other for a year and 2 months, and she's been absolutely amazing. Right, so sorry, there's one person we've been ignoring, and that's Chris. So, Chris, tell us all about your build, everything we should need to know.
The one that I'm up to issue 50.
I think issue 50, yeah.
Yeah. The outside walls and stuff, yeah, done them.
Yeah. So how are you finding it overall?
Some parts are tricky, some parts are easy, but depends how big the parts are small.
Yeah. Do you think it's a good build for an individual, or do you think it's a good build, like, say, one of the things that I've seen a lot of is like granddads and grandsons building it together. Do you think that perhaps is what it was designed in mind?
It's a good build for everyone, I reckon, and it's a good build for the bond. If we've got nieces and nephews or grandpas and stuff, it's good to bond with them as well to win it.
Yeah. So I've just picked up on a couple of comments. Paul61 is saying, Penny, instead of spending all your valuable time on a competition, just send them to me and thank me for all the stresses I've saved you. And then Gordon Broker has put in capital letters, I'm going to win this, guys. Sorry, Chris, are you able to speak just a little bit slow? There's a couple of people just having a little bit of trouble. You know I struggle as well. You've got such a strong, it's a lovely, beautiful accent, but it is very Welsh.
Yeah, no.
I get this all day long. People jump on my bus and they speak in a Welsh accent to me. I'm like, pardon?
Yeah.
So basically you were saying that, you know, it's a tricky build in places, but it's easy in others.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a fair balance?
Yeah, it was a mix, isn't it? It's a mix of both, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I say, one of the things that I said about this week is that we've been doing some tricky stuff. So it's actually quite pleasant to just slow it down a little bit.
It looks awesome to do because I can't wait to do it myself, this bit.
Yeah. You got anything you want to ask, Horlicks?
How are you getting on your builds in Horlicks?
Yeah, mine's good. I've just done 42. Took me a couple of weeks to do 41 or 41 because I had a 40 part. The frame, the actual driver's cab frame was slightly bent in issue 40. So I got a new frame. Then I had a problem with the window.
Yeah.
So I fixed it. I had to glue a new tab on. But unfortunately, that has actually broken since. I think the strain of it being in position, it came off. So the window's still intact and it's still on there.
Yeah.
But the pin doesn't go through the hole on the right-hand side anymore. I thought I did a good job of the repair, but it's not held. So I've got a replacement on the way. But because it's situated at the front, it's going to be easy enough for me to just swap them out.
Is that the first issue you had, or have you had any problems throughout your build?
No, I don't even have, actually.
Yeah.
I had a bit, well, actually, yeah, I had a bit of an issue a problem on issue 1 or 2 when we had to put the strips on the bonnet.
Yeah,
your screws fell through, didn't they?
Basically, yeah, I would say 70% of my screws just fell through the holes. They didn't even screw. But I ended up putting them on and then gluing them from underneath to keep them in place. And it seems to have done a perfect job. So I'm happy.
And since you were cruel enough to mention about my accidentally deleting files, I am going to bring up that problem you had with the R2D2 where they switched the buttons around the wrong way.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, I was stressed that day.
So, Horlicks, what's been the least and best issue up to date so far? Personally,
I don't know. I would say my least favourite, I think. Oh, do you know what? I don't know. I think I'm going to have my least favourite and favourite all in one, which would be 42.
Yeah.
Because
you haven't released that yet, have you?
42?
I think so.
Yes, that came out Monday.
What you released this week?
Yeah, last Monday.
Yeah. I've just shown that I haven't watched it all yet, haven't I?
Yeah, 41. Yeah, because 41 I released on Saturday, I think, to get up ready for 42, which came out Monday.
I'm just going to grab me, because when people say issue numbers, I'm like, which one? I'm just going to grab the magazine so I can be on the same wavelengths.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's a good idea. I've got mine here. I think, yeah, 42 is okay. I think it's really weird. I really enjoyed. I'm trying to see what. Yeah,
I have mixed issue 42.
Yeah,
40.
Yeah, 42 was put on the front or.
Yeah, I really enjoyed 42. That's where we had to slide the driver's cab over the driver's floor.
I don't remember too many problems with that.
Mine was a little bit sticky, and then trying to get the cab onto the chassis, fitting the engine in, getting the pipes into place. That was really quite tricky. Plus, trying to get the LED into the headlight from underneath, which was
all coming back to me now. Yes.
Remember if 5 and 6, that was a hard one as well.
Yeah, I mean, my favourite. I think in a way it was my least favourite because it was quite challenging, and you know, I found it quite complicated and quite difficult myself. But on the plus,
you know what? Yeah, it's all coming back to me now that I'm seeing the instructions.
Yeah,
it was all getting the wires fitted and then making sure the wires out the way.
But on the plus side, it was my favourite in the respect that everything's now together on the front. It's all one unit, and we had to do some nice cable management, and that's my favourite.
Yeah, and that was also the point where, for me, it started to look like a bus. Before that front went on, that could just as easily have been a truck or anything. It was just a chassis with 4 wheels. But as soon as we put that on, it then became a bus. It cannot be anything else anymore.
So were you then?
Say again, Chris.
What were your issues? And what have you found this easy? What have you found hard?
I don't know. I quite like the ones where. Hang on. Sorry, can you just say something, Chris? I'm trying to get the. Oh, I've got the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. I quite like the ones where you have to think about something and do it differently. Like, for example, remember when we did the steps?
Yeah.
And when we put the kick plates on, I couldn't get the screwdriver in, so I actually removed the steps, put the kick plates on, and then put them together. I quite like doing stuff like that.
I
You know,
I did definitely get it.
instructions say to do something, you go, well, actually, I'm going to do it this way instead.
Yeah. I don't know if
Probably-
it's different. I think.
Probably favourite was definitely that engine. I really did enjoy that engine. And it was really, really hard work, but we came up with something really nice. And I guess everybody already knows what I'm going to say for least favourite, the figures. So
Yeah, I haven't had any yet.
I've got one.
love him.
But-
You'll love him.
But yeah, I think agreed. The engine I was actually quite nervous about because I watched you doing yours,
Yeah.
but I was like, oh my god, that is, especially trying to get those pipes round and bent, and it just looked really confusing. But actually, when I came to doing it, I actually quite enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad at all.
See, I'm really lucky because I've got like 30, 40 people building my model. That's how I feel. So people giving me comments and stuff, and it really does help a lot. So I suppose I'm lucky in there. Steve Lee says worse for me was the engine nightmare issue.
That was a bit of a pain in the arse. Excuse my language.
But I say this issue is, for the amount of work we've put into this issue, I think that's quite amazing. I really am super impressed with this week. Obviously, I've had a little look at the magazines because all these horrible people have voted in favour of me putting the magazines on the Facebook group before they're released in the shops. That I thought that was a funny poll, actually. For those that aren't on the Facebook group, I did a poll as myself and Adrian are loading, are scanning the magazines in, just the instructions, so that the group readers can download them for reference if they want to. And we put a poll in, and we said, "Do you want us to put in the magazines before they're released? You know, as soon as we get them, before they're out of the newsagents."
Yeah.
Bear in mind that if you don't want spoilers, you don't have to download them. And everybody except 2 people voted yes. And the 2 people that voted no was the 2 people who do the scans. So, but, you know, democracy rules. So you guys want the scans. So I've put the scans up for this month. So you've got 59, 60, 61, and 62 are up, which means I've had a little, I haven't studied them, but I've had a little scan. So I've had a brief scan of what we're doing, and I thought this week was just going to be hardly anything, and I've seen what's coming up, and I don't think there's going to be an awful lot to do 61 and 62, but I've not studied the instructions, so we'll see what happens. I was pleasantly surprised with this week. But next week, next week, I don't know if I've told you, I've got a problem because it's, if he will come on, it would be Dave Say's turn to come on.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is that Dave has expert knowledge and opinions that you listen to. And Horlicks, do you want to bring up what we've got next week?
Yes.
I should have actually asked you to bring this up while I was doing the intro. Basically, we don't have an awful lot to do next week, do we?
No.
In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. if you don't want to see what's coming next week, look away now. Okay, if you can now look back. So that is next week's issue. I've just done it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So to have someone of Dave's knowledge on the show with that, I think is an insult. So what I'm going to be doing next week instead, obviously we'll look at the figure in detail. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Jason's fantastic mod for the front light.
Yeah.
I did promise I was going to do it the weekend, but like I say, I was ill, so I never got the chance. So I'm going to use my Lego bus to show you rather than the full bus. But on our Routemaster, we have a light there, but it doesn't actually light up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the front off. We're going to put an LED in, and we're going to run the wire underneath. And so we'll need to file the LED down so that it's not so big. And it looks an easy mod. I know a lot of you have already done it. And then what I can probably do is take that video. In fact, that might even be my video there for the mod. So would you guys be interested in that?
That'd be cool, yeah.
So I suppose at the end of the day, women aren't a piece of meat, and everyone deserves respect, no matter what their age, sex, or creed. I think I might have missed some comments there. Penny ran out of time doing it. The building engine was fiddly. Didn't feel comfortable with that. Penny has done a poll. No innuendos, please. Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest with you. The figure that we've got next week, I think it might be one of the best figures actually, because she hasn't got big, massive feet. She's not like looking like a sex symbol, and I got a bit of a story for her actually. I think I can read into her personality. So although I don't like figures that much, I think they are. What's the word I'm looking for? They're dynamic. So yeah. Gordon, was that aimed at me, bud? Okay, we've got a bit of a fight going on. Talking of fight, I got to tell you this. I'll get in trouble if I give the names out. I don't know if you remember last week, I had a problem with getting around the high street on my bus. Where I got a little bit upset was another bus company had made comments on their Facebook page, but they'd aimed it more at me rather than the bus company. Now, I don't mind bus companies having a go at each other because that's what they do. You know, we're better than that company and this is why. But when you start having a go at individual drivers, I think that's getting out of order. But to keep myself legal, what I'm going to say is yesterday, there's a bus company somewhere in Wales that reckon there's so much, or appears to give off the opinion that they're so much better than everybody else. And it turns out that they've leased their buses and they haven't been paying their bills. And halfway through the day, the company that owns the buses just sent down a load of drivers and confiscated the buses off them. So suddenly, without warning, halfway through the day, 3/4 of their service got stopped. And then what made it worse is that they then blamed another bus company for that happening. And I think that was hilarious. I'm sorry. But, you know, simple, you know, if you don't pay your bills, the debt collectors come round, don't they? No, my show next week. Oh, yeah, Fleetwood J. I got to be honest with you, I haven't watched Coronation Street for so long. I don't know.
What's happening?
who you're talking about. I know who Tyrone is, but Fleetwood is saying, yeah, I'll mention that, love me. Sorry. It's Evelyn, Tyrone's nan off Corrie. I know who Tyrone is, but I don't know who Evelyn is. So I might have to yeah, so the other big story for me, I thought I mentioned at the beginning. Yeah, I did mention at the beginning. Yeah, you might have missed the beginning. So yeah, I've been on eBay and I have bought a new partwork. Shall I show you? Do you want to see it, or do you want to wait for the surprise? What do you reckon, Horlicks?
I don't know. I think wait.
Wait.
Yeah.
But you're going to tell everyone anyway, so.
No. Do you know what, Michael John Wicks? You say it's karma. Since I've moved into Newport, karma has been on my has worked for and against me. When I've done something bad and got away with it, karma has caught up with me. But karma has played a big part in my life so much. I've told you, for example, there was a kiddie that told me to go fuck myself. And this is on the way home from school. And the very next morning, I did his school bus going to school. And I took his pass off him, showed it to a teacher, explained the story. And he's still on internal exclusion because it's still the same term. And little things like that, I get people back straight away. And it happens quick. So I'm absolutely amazed. But yeah, so yeah, you know, you don't be careful who you shoot your mouth off to, because it can. Well, in fact, I don't know if this is relative, but my New Year's resolution I've decided this year is keep your words soft and sweet, because one day you may have to eat them. So yeah, right. See it. Oh, I don't know.
Love Minis has just said, nah, show it. Just while you're thinking about that, I've got something to add.
Yeah. Oh, look, you keep adding that, Horlicks, then maybe everyone will forget what I've got. And then we'll.
No, I was just thinking, so next week you're going to launch the competition, aren't you?
Yes.
So I've decided I'm going to add one in as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've got so one winner will win another set, so we'll have 3 in total to give away.
Okay.
But I'll explain more next week, and I'll run it for the same time on the back of yours.
Okay. Are we going to be doing another collab?
No, just on the show. But I can tell you later.
Oh, are you going to do a show exclusive?
No, just like next week we'll I'm just going to give someone a chance to win another set of the stickers if they want them. Well, of course they're going to want them. It's a giveaway. It'll be free. So I'm going to run a little competition alongside yours next week, and they should be able to add it in with your answers as well. So I'll explain more.
I enter your competition and you enter my competition. Well, you don't need to enter mine, do you? Because you've got yourself a set anyway.
Yeah. And you don't need to enter mine because you've got the set that you're giving away. So
yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. So
I'm just going to add a set. So obviously you'll have 2 to give away.
I've just got to decide what to do now if more than 3 people guess correctly. Because someone's going to. So if you get like 10 people guess correctly, 7 people have won, but they're not going to win anything apart from the honor of comment correctly. So
that could be where my little side competition might fit in, but we'll have a discussion later, and then we'll sort it out next week.
Okay. I'm wondering now.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll let you know after the stream.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Okay, so is there anything to add? We've got 15 minutes to spare. I'd be quite happy. You know what? I love going on and on and on with the stream, but
it's got streamless, isn't it?
Yeah. tiebreaker. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to do that, Michael. I'm going to have a tiebreaker on mine. So, yeah, you'll leave a comment and finish off this sentence. Penny is the best in the world because that should be our side competitions. On mine, Penny is better than Horlicks because, and then on yours, they can finish Horlicks. No, that's really better. That'd be terrible. That would. We'll think of something. Give us some clue. Yeah, no, I'll try and do something you can't Google. Something creative. And then maybe we could put the tiebreakers to a vote on Facebook. And then that way it will encourage more usage on the group.
I don't know. I think it might be quite slim, but I don't know. It depends. I don't think loads will get the answer. Because it's going to, it could be anything. Could be, it could be all sorts of numbers. So I think it's going to be quite slim for, a lot of people to get the correct answer. I mean, obviously, I don't even know the answer yet because obviously no one knows what it is. But
no, and the answers will be in before anyone gets a copy of that issue.
Yeah, so I think it should be all right.
Oh, do you know, Stuart Sullivan is coming out with these words that I don't understand half of them. She's cool, sophisticated, demure, and creative. See, I like this audience that we have. This is definitely the best audience of anything, isn't it? I've got a joke for you. You're going to love this. There's a new campaign been started. They're trying to ban pre-shredded cheese. It's called the Make Britain Great Again campaign. Yeah, okay. Penny is the best because you're worth it. Yeah. I could always use my medium skills, but then again, that would be cheating. Oh. Smooth talker. Oh, talking of modeling skills, I have been spending about 6 days on the next stage of the ship, and this is all I've come up with. But it's really hard work. Really, really hard work. I'll tell you what, right? I will compromise. I will tell you what I'm getting, but that is it. So in 5 seconds, if you don't want to know what I'm building, turn your volume down 4 or 5 seconds and then turn it back up again. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have bought the Flying Scotsman. And volume back up again. How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
I actually got I checked the tracking information today, and it said your order will be delivered between 3 and 7 or something. And I got home today and there was no card. So, but originally track and it said it'll be delivered on Saturday. So Mark Knight. Nope, not turning my volume down and don't want to know either. So I'll be honest with you, it's a very old partwork. I don't know how good it'll be. It could be a load of crap. I may have to. Oh, Dave, I thought you said the mallard. I do apologize. Oh, sorry, I just saw a notification come up. But yeah, I mean, it's what I've wanted to do. I've had a good think about the part works that I do. When the Bismarck came out, I really had to decide. I couldn't afford to do everything. And I kind of said, I'll do the Terminator because it's a bit more relevant for me than the Bismarck. And then I kind of decided that's probably the answer, is that I've got to do builds that are related to me in some way.
Yeah,
And
it's stuff, isn't it?
yeah, but I also want to add variety. I'm doing the Millennium Falcon, which is Star Wars. Probably
Yeah.
if you pass it Star Wars, I'm doing too much Star Wars. But also it's a flying model. So when Millennium Falcon finishes, I'll do something that can be categorized the same as Millennium Falcon. The two I've got in mind is the DC-3, but I'm also thinking about doing the Thunderbird 2. So you've got right with the Millennium Falcon, you've got Cult TV, so Thunderbird 2 would fit into that. But you've also got something that flies. So, you know, but with doing a train, I'm not doing a train, and I've researched my family tree, and I actually do come from a railway background, and obviously I've still got the interest for what is it with public transport. I'm just interested, but I also think modern things are rubbish. You know, I'm not interested. If they brought out Build the Boris Routemaster, I probably wouldn't be interested. Well, I probably would actually. But yeah, no, actually, to be honest with you, that Bismarck, that Boris Routemaster, that's a nice little bus. I think people will disagree with me, I know, but you know, if we did like the build the Enviro 300, I'd be like, you what? So oh, I've got some news for you. I have been told some news from Model Space. I rang them up yesterday because they haven't taken my payment for the Millennium Falcon and the Harley. But I was worried that because I had the payment fail for the ship, I thought maybe they weren't taking the payment. The answer to that was, we haven't taken your payment because it's not due yet. So that's fair enough. But we just got chatting. And two things he told me. When you go onto the Model Space website, have a look in the top right-hand corner somewhere. You've got a little flag with your country. Click on that and change the countries, and then you'll see other partworks, and they may be an indication that they may be coming to this country. And if you go onto the Italian Model Space site, there is an absolutely awesome looking police car. But I'm going to give you a quote, and I'm going to say this exactly as he says it, so you don't necessarily, you know, you read into it what you want. If you are into the Dodge Charger, watch this space. Yeah. And that's all he said to me. So I'm assuming that what that means is the Dodge Charger is coming out very soon, but he's not allowed to tell me that. So what was that? So Dave, is the DC-3 that you've got, is that the Model Space one, or is that a different one? So, but yeah, I don't know. Would you guys do the kit, the Knight Rider car? Because I've got to be honest with you, my thoughts of it are, it's a Trans Am with flashing lights, isn't it? Horlicks has gone quiet.
Sorry, no, my there you go. I missed about 10 seconds of all that because I've got this speaker system and they work really well, but all of a sudden they just all go off, and then you have to turn the power off on the speakers, and then give it a few minutes, and then turn them back on, and then it all comes back. Right. So I do apologise.
So what's your opinion of the Knight Rider car? My opinion is that it's just a Trans Am with some flashing lights on it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think.
From a kit point of view, what it actually means is so much more. But you know, but then again, saying that, the Back to the Future DeLorean, that's not just a DeLorean with some bits and bobs that add to it. But even that's got so much more than a few bits, isn't it?
No, it's not just a Trans Am.
trouble there.
It's kit. Please get it right.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
yeah, I mean, it wouldn't interest me. I don't think.
yeah.
Um,
Airwolf would interest me.
and it's I've got the DeLorean.
See, if you sat your DeLorean next to a bog standard DeLorean, they are two completely different things. But if you sat a Trans Am next to Kit, there's a lot of similarities, isn't there?
Mm.
Blues Brothers police car would be nice. I totally agree with you there. Totally agree with you. But it's got to have the lights have got to come off so you can put the car upside down and spin it round and round.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really see much of Knight Rider either. I mean, it was, I'm obviously growing up. I caught a few on the telly, but it wasn't really because it was 80s, wasn't it?
I think you were a little bit too young to enjoy that, weren't you?
Was it sort of late 80s?
Yeah.
Early 90s?
I'll tell you what I would love as well is the motorbikes from Chips. I would order 2 of those.
Mhm.
Oh, Fleetwood with the Land Rover. I haven't actually rung them up this week, so that's a bit of a bad one for me. So I'll give them a ring tomorrow. Oh, DB5. Because I thought the DB5 was only available as a complete kit for like £1,000 built, and that wouldn't interest me if I'm not actually building anything. God, we could be here all day listing all the part works we want.
Yeah, the Land Rover I want to do myself as well.
Yeah.
Loves
Is there any other part works you're interested in, Chris?
the Land Rover I want to do. I'm interested in the camper van.
Yeah.
Thinking the R2D2, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That was a nice build, actually.
Even though I'm building my big one,
Yeah.
every time I go on the Model Space website, I look at the R2D2 and I think, yeah, I might get that. But I don't know. For me, I think I need to get the big one sorted. And obviously I've got,
Yeah.
that was whoa. He got a bit angry then. See, between him and the full size one, and all the other part, whoa, he's gone mad.
This swearing at you, was it?
Cool. I think he was swearing then. Yeah. He does not like being picked up.
No, the R2 was a really good build, actually. But there was a few little issues with electrics and things, and it could be a bit of a headache if it doesn't work near the end. But I think a majority was fine.
Looks like DeLorean in it. That's been a pain build as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a lot of people seem to be saying it's being dragged out a bit. But I think the stages that you're doing at the moment, that's kind of raised my interest a little bit more.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it has maybe been dragged out a bit. But, yeah, now it is getting a little bit more interesting now.
Sorry, I just laughed at Mark Knight's comment. He's swearing because you put Kit down.
So we did any modifications on your DeLorean and Horlicks?
Sorry?
Have we done any modifications on yours? DeLorean?
DeLorean? No.
Like what the wind's done, because the wind's done the reactor, innit?
Yeah, no. I haven't done anything. I've just left all mine standard. I haven't done anything. I haven't got that. Do you know what? I really like some of the modifications.
Yeah.
Like the flux, the flux capacitor. There is a really good radio mod where you put little tapes in and belts out tunes, but
that'd be quite cool.
I'd have to take a mortgage out to pay for them. It's just so expensive. I just can't afford to do them. So there's no point me doing one. If I did one, I would need to do the rest of them, and I would literally pretty much have to buy the build again just to afford them. So I've left it. I haven't done any of the EL wire because one, I was swearing enough trying to put those in, the fibre optics in, so I don't want to be stripping it all down again just to fit that. And it's going to sit on the shelf and just look nice and pretty. I'm not going to have it on all the time. So, yeah, I've just left it all standard.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Right, I'm being told off because it's now 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So I am going to start saying goodbyes. So what we'll do is should we go in order, shall we? Chris, do you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, thanks for today. Yeah.
Not a problem. I hope you will have you on again. I haven't seen Dave. Is Dave all right? Because I haven't. I'll message Dave anyway about next week. I know Dave comes on every 4 weeks, but I don't like to just assume he'll come on. I think it's a bit rude. But yeah, so thanks ever so much for coming on, Chris. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you as well, Horlicks. It's been great.
Curtain in the background.
You are.
I said, yeah, it's been a pleasure. Apart from that Swansea curtain in the background, look at.
Right over there.
No problems. Right, and it's good. But take care, Horlicks. Then.
Yeah. See you later, everyone. Take care.
Okay, so
Martin, I just said, yeah, but I'm going to be bitchy now. Horlicks and two except Kit, bugger off.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's me ending the show. Then thank you ever so much, everyone, for watching, and the 37 people that stuck it to the end. Next week we're going to have a little quick look at the figure, obviously, that we're going to get, and then I'll be building the mod for the lights, and then obviously anything that comes up during the week we'll raise. Okay, guys. So I'll see you next week.
Yeah, if you pick anything up next week, there is the email address again.
Yes, yeah. Use the email. If you just want to send an email, just say hello, and we'll both have access to that, and it'd be really nice. It'd be nice sometimes if I get up at 5 in the morning and there's an email there saying, "Good morning, how are you both?"
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So yeah, again, if you want to raise anything or want us to possibly raise anything for next week or whatever, just put it on there.
Yeah, that'll also be handy because we can just look through the email. Like on a Wednesday when I do the write-up of what's coming up on the show, sometimes I might think on a Thursday, oh, I'll include that for the next show. By the time Wednesday come, I might forget. So I can have a little look through the emails and then go, oh yeah, I need to raise this, that, or the other. All right, guys, so that's it then. Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you all next week.
You take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.